It's a beautiful evening, perfect for a good night's sleep. You had just finished all your modules for the day and got done with your skincare routine. You get into your bed, talk to your boyfriend, and say goodnight. You close your eyes and try to fall asleep, but you can't. You feel very itchy. You scratch your butt, your legs, and your body. Alas, no relief came. What's worse is, you find tiny blisters on your skin, on the places that felt very itchy. What was supposed to be a good night's sleep became a nightmare. The following day, you visit your doctor and tell her about what happened. She diagnoses you with scabies, a skin disease caused by the burrowing mite Sarcoptes scabiei. Now, you're on a mission to find out about this organism and the disease it gave you. Lucky for you, Matthew and Katherine are ready to educate.
My name is Matthew Aquino.
And my name is Katherine Lee. We are medical biology students from Far Eastern University. And today we want to talk to you about scabies mites.
If you haven't already got an idea about scabies mites, we're sure you got an idea now thanks to that little skit we did earlier.
Yeah, scabies might not be life-threatening, but they are sure annoying and they deserve to be learned about too. With that being said, we would like to introduce a new episode into our series.
Welcome to Med Entom Tam Talk Episode 2, Scabies Mites. So, like the Anopheles mosquitoes in the previous episode, scabies mites can be learned about in terms of classification, morphology, life cycle, medical importance, and control. In terms of classification, scabies mites belong to class Arachnida, order Sarcoptiformes, family Sarcoptidae, genus Sarcoptes, and species Sarcoptes scabiei.
Oh wow, so we're beyond the world of insects now. We're now dealing with arachnids.
Yes, we are. So, why don't you tell them about the morphology of scabies mites?
Sure thing. When it comes to their morphology, scabies might have 8 legs, cementing their status as arachnids. Adult female mites are just visible without the aid of a hand lens, as they are only 0.30 to 0.45 mm in size. Meanwhile, adult male mites are smaller at only 0.20 to 0.25 mm in size. Apart from their small size, they can be distinguished from females by the presence of suckers on the last pair of their legs. In adult females, the posterior 2 pairs of legs do not have suckers but end in long and very conspicuous bristles. Mites are pale and disc-shaped. Dorsally, the mite is covered with numerous, small, peg-like spines and a few setae or bristles. They also have setae on their legs. Dorsally and ventrally, there are a series of lines across the body that gives the mites a striated appearance. Adults have 4 pairs of short and cylindrical legs divided into 5 ring-like segments. The first 2 pairs of legs end in short stalks called pedicels, which end in thin-walled, roundish structures that are often called suckers. Don't they have an interesting morphology?
Yes, they certainly do. But what's more interesting is their life cycle. Female mites dig and eat their way into the surface layers of the skin, selecting places where the skin is thin and wrinkled, such as between the fingers, on the wrists, elbows, feet, penis, scrotum, buttocks, and armpit. Mites feed on liquids oozing from dermal cells they have chewed. Female mites can lay 1 to 3 eggs daily. These eggs hatch after 3 to 4 days, after which small, 6-legged larvae emerge which look like miniature adults. These larvae enter hair follicles and produce a molting pocket. Yeah, after 3 to 4 days, the larva molts in the pocket and transforms into an 8-legged nymph, or a proto-nymph. After 2 to 4 days, this proto-nymph molts and transforms into a second nymph, or a trito-nymph. After 2 to 3 days, the trito-nymph molts to become a male or female adult. So after mating, the female adult increases in size. It is only after fertilization that the female burrows through the skin and after 3 to 5 days begins to lay eggs in her tunnel. So this whole life cycle of the scabies mites, from egg to adulthood, usually occurs in the span of 10 to 14 days. Can you believe that? Females can live for 4 to 6 weeks on humans. However, without a human host, they can only live for 2 to 5 days.
Now, we go ahead to the medical importance of these organisms. Sarcoptes scabiei, commonly known as the scabies or itch mite, occur on people worldwide. However, they can also infect wild and domesticated animals, including dogs, horses, and pigs. Also, did you know that mites that live on animals very rarely infect humans? But if they do, the infection can persist for several weeks. Ew!
Ew, indeed.
Scabies can be diagnosed by detecting the female mite's narrow twisting tunnels. The feces deposited in these tunnels may be visible through the skin, but as dark pepper-like spots. Surface layers of skin at the end of burrowed tunnels can be gently scratched away with sharp dissecting needles. The mites, which usually readily adhere to the points of the needles, can be removed or examined under the microscope. Most people with scabies will only have about 11 to 14 female mites, while children will have 19 to 20 female mites. Meanwhile, only 3% of those infected with scabies will have more than 50 mites. Any amount of scabies mites seems too gross to handle for me.
Don't be gross too much just yet, because I haven't discussed the scabies rash. The scabies rash is a papular eruption that occurs mainly on areas of the body not infected with burrowing mites. These areas are the buttocks, the waist, and the shoulders. However, the rash can also occur on the arms, calves, and the ankles. So the rash is actually a response to allergic reaction produced by the mites. Most people are unaware that they have mites until the appearance of a rash. When a person is infected for the first time with mites, the rash does not usually appear until 4 to 6 weeks, although in exceptional cases, the rash may occur within 2 weeks. Severe pruritus soon develops and causes vigorous and constant scratching, especially at night and after hot baths. Scratching frequently causes secondary bacterial infections, which can be quite severe. So this rash, it can actually persist for 2 to 3 weeks after all scabies mites have been destroyed. A condition known as crusted or Norwegian scabies is highly contagious. The skin becomes scaly and hyperkeratotic, and crusts form over the hands and feet and scaling eruptions on other part of the body.
I'm so grossed out by all of this. It's a good thing that there are treatments. 1% Lindain cream or Quell is very effective in killing the mites, but it should not be used on infants, small children, pregnant, or nursing mothers because of its toxicity, and it has been banned in several countries. 5% permethrin cream or elimite can be applied to the skin from the neck downwards and washed off after 8 to 14 hours. Sometimes a second application a week later is recommended. Ivermectin can be given as a single oral dose of 200 mg per kilogram of body weight. It is effective in killing scabies mites and especially useful in treating crusted scabies infections. Benzyl benzoate has been used for many years to treat scabies. In the treatment of scabies, it is important to not only focus on the individuals diagnosed with mites. All family members or communities living in close association must be treated. Otherwise, reinfestation will occur. And there you have it, your basic crash course on scabies mites and the disease they infect people with.
Once again, I am Matthew Aquino.
And I am Katherine Lee. Thank you for watching.